it going? Happy Wednesday. Y'all, welcome to Planning Together, where every week I invite a friend on to share with us how they are organizing their life and their heart, y'all. And I am so excited because, y'all, tonight I got JaaackJack on Planning Together. Y'all, JaaackJack is a lifestyle YouTuber from San Diego who has been making videos for the past 10 years, y'all. Not one, not two, not three, but 10 years she has been on this YouTube journey, y'all, and she started making her videos about hair and makeup videos, which she still does today, but she has added more lifestyle type videos. She has started planning videos, Bible study videos, y'all. If you go to her channel, it's amazing. She even has a second channel where she vlogs about her daily life, sharing her daily adventures between her boyfriend Johnny, and her handicapped dog Zoe, y'all. Help me welcome JaaackJack to Planning Together, y'all. Hey.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going, y'all? Let us know in the comments. How are we feeling today? I know I'm in a good mood, y'all. I'm in a great mood today.
I am so excited to be here. This is so cool.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. JaaackJack, how's your day going?
It is going good. It's just a regular work day here today, but I get to do YouTube videos all day. So it's a blessing and it's so fun.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Y'all, let me know how y'all doing in the comments. I got some people who are psyched. Y'all, you want to stay tuned for the whole entire episode tonight because there is a giveaway happening at the end. I'm so excited about it. Yes, my mom's already, I knew she was going to say that. Love the hat. JaaackJack, her style game is everything. I just need just come to my house and help me get my closet together.
Yeah, we'll have to plan that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, once COVID and all this stuff is over, we're gonna have to
Okay, but so, this is like, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Let us know.
I was just gonna say, this is like my go-to whenever like I just don't know what to do with my hair, having a bad hair day. It's these are like wide brim hats. They're a lifesaver.
Listen, girl, you look fabulous. Listen, you look good. I want us to warm up with a little bit of a planner game. This is
okay.
This is the This or That Planning Together edition game. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and we just want to know where you're at with it. Okay, so you ready?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Ready.
Weekly or daily?
Weekly.
Vertical or horizontal?
Vertical.
Coil or bound?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with bound.
Okay. Colorful or neutral?
Neutral.
Rings or discs?
Ooh, let's go with discs.
Decorative or functional?
Lately in this season, functional.
Caddy or cart?
Probably a little caddy.
Okay. Black ink or blue ink?
Black.
Okay. One planner or multiple planners?
I'm a one planner kind of girl.
Okay. And then stickers or washi?
Washi.
Okay.
Oh no, I changed my mind. Stickers. I changed my mind. Stickers.
So with that said, you say you are a one planner kind of girl. I want to know, what is the planner that you are going to be using for 2021?
So I recently just made a video like kind of sharing this. Let me pull it out right here. I have the Erin Condren, what is this called? The soft bound, I don't even, soft bound focus planner. So the thing with me is I feel like I'm always changing every season. I sort of have a different planning style. And in this particular season, I just want something simple and functional. So I actually don't even have like a lot of decorating, no stickers or washi in here at all. That's just what's happening for me right now in this season. And I like this size because I can like put it in my purse if I leave and like I have a bad memory. So I could always look back at this, but it's very simple. It's maybe a little boring for the planner people, but that's just what I've been using.
No, simple and functional is good. And I love that because, again, we're all different kind of planners here. So
right.
Is that an A5 size or is that the 8.5 by 10 size? I'm just being curious.
I think it's an A5 size.
Okay. Oh, so it really is portable.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. And so when it comes to planning, you talked about having different seasons and how you use planners in different seasons. So how did you arrive that you needed something simple in this season versus another season where you needed something different?
Right. I think everything with COVID, like all of last year, it was just craziness for all of us. And I found myself not even touching my planner for like a good 6 months of last year. I was not even using my planner, and I really missed it because it helped me remember things. It helped me be more productive, like all these good things. And like, I'm like, I need to get back to it. And I tried, my normal decorating with all the pretty stickers. And I'm like, for some reason, this just isn't working for me right now. So I had to like take a step back. I even used like a smaller little happy planner last year. That was super portable, but I was like, let's go back to something like that's a good size, but still portable. Then I saw this one from Erin Condren, and I'm like, I think this might work. This is my first time ever using horizontal because I'm a vertical girl, and this is horizontal weekly. And that's my first time using a planner like this.
Okay. So I got some questions for you about that.
Mm-hmm.
In the comments, I want to know, how has your planner style changed? Like JaaackJack just said that she just switched to a different layout and a whole different planner. Kind of let me know what did you start with and where are you at now? I know for me, I started with a Erin Condren vertical planner. Like that was like back in 2014. And now I'm in a Moxie Life horizontal and vertical planner all in one. Like, so I still find myself having the same layouts, but I feel like productivity wise, I use the horizontal. I just feel like when it comes to my to-do list, like it's just
really easy, right?
It's really easy. It's really easy and simple for me. So my question is, what has been the hardest part about switching from vertical to horizontal?
I think the hardest part is like with vertical, I feel like I can section out each day or like different parts of the day or like different like categories of the day, like work or food or whatever it may be. With the horizontal, I don't know how to do that. I really don't. So I really have just been using it as a to-do list. And then most of the time with like the horizontal, there's like an empty space right here. And so I will just kind of decorate, or not really decorate, but I'll write what video upload I have in like some fun kind of lettering. But that's literally all I do.
Okay. First off, your lettering is really nice.
Thank you. I try.
I'm just like, how did that, like, have you always been really good with lettering, or is that something that you practice?
Let me tell you the funniest story. This was in high school. I had the worst handwriting ever. It just wasn't something I cared about. And then I look over at my friend in one of my classes, and her handwriting is perfect. So I literally said, can you write the alphabet for me and like numbers? And she did. And I went home and I traced it for like hours. I traced her handwriting, and now I write like her, which is, she has really nice handwriting. That was my secret. I would trace her handwriting over and over and do lettering drills at home.
Lettering drills at home. Okay, now
Yeah.
I know I met Saray on maybe like last year, and she would talk about how she would just practice her handwriting while watching football games or movies.
Oh.
And I was just like, I never thought
brilliant.
That. Like, that's just brilliant. And like tracing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got one mommy scrapping said, I've gone from one personal planner to 4 personal planners, not counting my teacher planner in either of those groups.
I love that.
We got Steady Play and Sleep says, I started an EC vertical, then an EC hourly. Now I'm in a Moxie vertical, and I love the space and the whiteness of the Moxie Life. Yes, so much white space. We have Bullet Journey says, started with a Anna Glance hourly planner, then a bullet journal, now bullet journal and Moxie Life article. Okay. I love seeing people's like what they started with and what they ended with.
Right.
Yes. Planning It Simple says, started off in a Happy Planner vertical in 2017 and now in a plum paper me layout and Moxie Life horizontal. What is the me layout? You got to tell me what that is. Maybe you need to send me a picture, my dude. That just sounds like interesting, like me layout. I've never heard of that before.
That's so cool. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That's so cool how like we're not alone in going through different seasons with our planners. Like everyone has like a different starting point and like where they are now. Like I think that's really cool.
Yes.
It's comforting.
It is comforting to know, like, and also to know that it's okay to change, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I love seeing some commonalities. Someone like who started with the hourly and the vertical, you realize I really like this kind of column situation. And yeah, I just love that. I started in a horizontal target planner and now I'm in an Amplify Daily and a vertical Moxie Life. Okay, Moxie Life fam up in here tonight. Miss C said, started with 4 happy planners, currently in 1 Moxie Life. I have to simplify my world. Okay.
I love that.
We got Crystal G saying, I'm in the process of switching around my lineup because I found I don't need my weekly spread and my EDC, but I need a daily as I had to-do list. So she's figuring that. So she's switching it up. I see that. Okay. Nice. I started with a Happy Planner Classic Vertical, decorating with all the stickers and themes, to a Hobonichi cousin with minimal stickering and color coding. Okay. So we went from being really decorative to very functional. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. And then we got Terry saying, I brought 2 planners before COVID last year, then and didn't use them. Now redating and making a transformer happy plan. Yes.
I love that. That's amazing.
I love that. I love taking something that you didn't use and repurposing it so you can use it now. I love that. Exactly. I love that. I love that. Okay, Jack, do you have a word for 2021?
So my word or like phrase is you are strong. Like telling myself I'm strong, because last year I had this very negative mindset of always just not even thinking much of it, but saying I'm so weak. Like, oh, I can't open this jar of pickle. I'm so weak. And I would say it so much that I started to believe and act weak. And I know that I'm not. So I am saying you are strong. You are strong. And I know that sounds silly, but you are strong. You are strong. And then I remember the verse Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And that's where I get my strength from. Like, I am strong. I am strong.
I love that. I am strong. And I love your passion behind it. And just like, I just love that. And I love how you shared a little bit about how you arrived at that and talking about like just even like last year. And so now my question is, how have you practically see yourself incorporating this word into your planning in everyday life?
In my planning in everyday life, I am one to get easily overwhelmed. I think that's why I'm so into my planner, but I get easily overwhelmed. And so when I am planning things or going about my day and I'm feeling like overwhelmed and flustered, like this is too much, I can't do this, I'll just repeat that to myself, like, I am strong. I am strong. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And then magically I'm able to do it because I remember that truth behind it.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And listen, Bullet Journey said, don't sound silly. You are strong. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And then we have Terry saying, mine is consistency, consistent videos, consistent ID posted, consistent marketing for our 3 businesses. Yes. I love that word of consistency. And I love how like you are incorporating that word into your everyday life of just reciting that like to yourself when you need it. And when you are strong, like just reminding yourself that you are strong. I love that.
Yeah. And even when I'm like opening like a jar, I just say, I am strong. I am strong. And I open the jar. Like it's your words are powerful. It even says that in the Bible, your words have the power of life or death. Like you can speak that. So speak it into existence. I am strong. You are strong.
Yes. And they're agreeing like, yes, love that. Yes, speak that positive affirmation. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, welcome. Okay. And so now I want to know, like, with that, like, kind of with your word of the year and knowing that, like, and speaking that over you, has there been a point so far, I would just say even this year, where you felt like, okay, I'm not feeling the strength, and kind of how you encouraged yourself, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I think honestly, all the time, I think I constantly need that reminder and that repetition, or else it's just gonna like go past me and I'm not going to remember it. So like, it's something I find myself having to remind myself of every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And I love that you speak that to yourself. And the one thing that I remember doing in college, and I feel like I need to do it again, but I remember like setting an alarm of like, it would be like in between my classes, and it would be like a reminder, like, Darian, you are enough. And so the alarm would always go off every day. And I remember it being like at 11:45 in between my classes. And I would just see this reminder of you are enough. And that was just one way that I remember. It wasn't even my word of the year. It was just like an affirmation or a promise that I needed to remind myself of, that I am enough. And so y'all in the comments, let me know kind of how do you kind of remind yourself of the daily truths that you need to do, whether they're scriptures, a word, an affirmation. I've seen people put their words in their planners on their goals each week. I know for me, it was the alarm thing because I would constantly see it. I need to actually get back to it. And for me, it's also reminding myself again in this season that I'm enough, like I'm enough, and reminding myself of that. But I really appreciate you just saying that and like sharing that you're strong, because you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
So JaaackJack, I know that you have been YouTubing for 10 years now. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started with YouTube?
I can. So this was around 2009 or yeah, 2009. I like started watching like makeup tutorials on YouTube because I wanted to do like a fun like Halloween costume look back then. And so I was looking up these tutorials, and like growing up, my mom never wore makeup, so I never wore makeup. Like in high school, I never wore makeup. It was never a thing I ever thought about. But this one Halloween where I wanted to like dress up and do my makeup fun, I was watching these tutorials and I was so intrigued. I was like, look at this transformation that makeup can do. Like, how cool is that? And so I just kept watching, and all the ones that I was watching, they were all professional makeup artists already. And so me just like always loving being in front of the camera, I'm like, what if I show myself learning makeup along the way? So I really started it as a journey to like see how I grow in makeup. And I got to a point where I was working for Benefit Cosmetics as one of their freelance makeup artists and like working at the makeup counter. So I was like growing in makeup, and it was so fun because I was still sharing my journey along the way. And then somehow like it just sort of took over, and I was able to quit working as a makeup artist and just pursue YouTube full time. And I was like, this is cool. Like, let's just see where this goes. And I mean, we're still here.
OMG, I can't even. So what was it like to make that decision to quit your job and to pursue this thing full time?
It was really scary because at the time, I was working at the makeup counters. I was doing YouTube, and I was also living in my first like studio apartment. And I think I was like 19 at this time because, little spoiler, I got kicked out at 18. So I had to find a place to live. And so I was living in the studio by myself with this YouTube and working at the counters. But then I saw that YouTube was paying me the same amount I was paying for my bill. So I was like, should we try this? Like, let's give this a try. So I decided to quit my makeup counter job, and I asked the like head of the makeup artist, like Benefit Cosmetics, I asked if I could still like work events. So that was like little extra money here and there. So I was doing that for a while, and then I realized like YouTube was really picking up, and I didn't need that anymore. So then I just went ham, and I went full time with YouTube.
OMG. So what does it look like for you being full time with YouTube?
I'd say it's different every day, but a lot of sitting in front of the computer editing. Mainly, that's like the biggest thing people don't realize. A YouTuber's job is not always being in front of the camera. It's always being on the computer editing. Like, I think that takes the longest. Like one video, I'll be editing for like 3 days straight on a single video. So lots of just sitting on the computer. It's the word sedative. Is that the word? Sedative life. I don't I sit a lot all day long. I sit and I'm on the computer.
Okay. And so you had said something about how people think that it's always in front of the camera. I guess my next question is, what would you say are the biggest misconceptions about being a YouTuber?
I think now with kind of how YouTube has transformed like over the years, I think now the biggest misconception is that you need to have it all to just get started. You need to have the best equipment. You need to have the best editing software. You need to have the best of everything just to start. And that is totally not true. And I think if anything, it's kind of refreshing seeing someone start from where they are and kind of build from there. I much rather see that than someone brand new already being perfect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And is anyone ever like perfect, y'all?
Right.
And that you went there, so let's go there. Like, what advice would you give someone who is wanting to start a YouTube channel? Because I know there are people who are out there who have like they're kind of like, I don't know, this seems weird. Like, there's already thousands, millions of YouTubers. Why
right.
start a channel? What do I have to say? Kind of situation. What advice would you give to that person?
I think the hardest thing about like wanting to make a YouTube channel and everything, the hardest thing is just starting because um, you know, you're always comparing yourself to others. There's so many other people, but there's no other you. Like you are the only you. And maybe the world needs that, you know? And if you're wanting to start a channel and you're scared, I just say do it. Like that's I know that's like the most basic advice, but just do it. It's going your first video is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. But you grow from there. And my first video, I still have it up on my channel just for that purpose of like, look how embarrassing I was when I first started filming. Like I didn't know how to talk to the camera. I was like really quiet and scared, and like look at how I've gotten more comfortable over the years. And the same thing is going to happen for you if you want to, like anyone in the comments, if you want to start a channel but you're like, I'm not good in front of the camera, you just got to do it and then you'll grow from there, I promise you.
Yeah, I love that. And so I love that you started with, makeup, which it seems like that was a passion of yours. And now it's kind of like grown. Like what made you decide to just expand like even more of like the things how do you decide essentially what you want to share on your channel?
Right. There was this time, I would say probably like 2015, 2016, no, maybe even before that, 2012, 13. There was this moment where YouTube kind of just like everyone was realizing, okay, we have something here. So like networks started to be formed, managers started coming out, like people managing your YouTube channel and things like that. And that's the time I got my very first
thing.
Right. And that's the year, like around that time, that's when I got my first manager. And it was basically the manager getting all these YouTubers, like YouTube girls doing the exact same thing, kind of getting this big roster and then saying, okay, listen, girls, we're going to expand. We're going to do this. Or you're going to do more lifestyle type stuff because that's what's going to make you grow. And like, I kind of hate admitting it now, but I love where my channel is now. But I really only started changing my content because my manager told me to. But again, I love where my channel is now. It just feels like there's more variety. And I think, maybe someone doesn't like all my videos, but maybe they like one type of video that I like. So I don't know, I think it reaches more people. So it really was that. It was the pressure of like the manager, the pressure of growing, because especially at that time, a lot of us, we kind of got in this mindset, okay, like you can grow from YouTube, you can make money from YouTube. Like we're gonna hustle now. And I have to admit, for so many years, I really was in that hustle mode with YouTube. Like, okay, I'm gonna have like a really consistent upload schedule. I'm going to get a lot of brand deals. I'm gonna go to a lot of meetings in LA and things like that. And long story short, it was like, it's not my thing. Like, so I no longer have a manager. I'm not signed with a network, nothing like that. And I do what I want to do and it makes me happier. So yeah. I may not get the best views. I may not have the most like engagement, interaction, whatever it may be, but I'm doing what I love. And I think that's another thing. If you're wanting to make videos, don't fall into the pressure. Like you need to do everything that's trending. You need to do all of these things that the other big YouTubers are doing. Do what you like, because again, like I said, there's only one you, and maybe the world needs you because there's no one else like you.
I'm just gonna let that sink in for a little bit. There's one you, y'all. One you. I love that so much. JaaackJack, come on. Yeah. Here to encourage and yes, y'all. And so, y'all, I really want to know if you do have YouTube questions or any questions for JaaackJack in about 20 minutes or so, I'm going to ask you for them. So this is a great opportunity that if you have any questions related to YouTube or you just have questions in general for JaaackJack, that we save them towards the end, because I know she is a wealth of knowledge. And y'all, I love these. I've never heard of this app. The I Am app is good for affirmation reminders. Okay, so I totally need to try that. Totally.
Same.
Yes, and I love this. Okay, we have being able to quit a full-time job and just do YouTube goals. Yes, and you can do it. You can do it. We have thank you for sharing that journey. So glad that you are happy where you are. It shows. It does. Like,
oh, thank you.
You radiate joy, friend.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I want to know kind of when, like, was there ever a time where you just wanted to quit YouTube?
A bunch of times, like so many times. I think early on when I was kind of in that hustle mindset, I would get burnt out. Like it felt like on a weekly basis, like it would be so much that I just couldn't keep up and I was getting so tired. Oh, I'm getting out of breath. I was getting so tired. I would get very discouraged if my videos weren't performing well. Like back then, like I really focused on the views, my subscribers, and I'm telling you that stuff drains you and that just like wears you down when you're in that kind of mentality of like, let me grow these numbers, let me see where they are, let me keep checking them daily. It was so exhausting and I wanted to quit so many times. Like, is this really worth it? Like, why do I even want to do this? Like, and I was doing things that like my network or my manager like told me to do at the time. And I feel like there's just this freedom with what the content that I do now, and that when I do feel burnt out, I know that, okay, let me just step back and take a break, like a wellness break, and I'm going to come back and do what I do because this is what I love. Back then, I'm really surprised that I kept going, because back then when I wasn't really creating the content that I was passionate about, I was really getting burnt out. I wanted to quit so many times. Yeah.
And so what did you kind of like tell yourself to be like, okay, like when you did make that moment of like, I'm done doing this, I'm doing me, kind of what was that moment for you? And what did you tell yourself to get you back on track?
There was this moment, and I actually have a video of it. Well, it's privated now, but I have a video of this on my vlog channel. But there was a moment back in like 2016. I was just getting so tired of what I was doing. And I wasn't super like spiritual or religious, whatever word you want to use, but I knew of God, and I just felt this really huge, I don't want to say pressure because it wasn't like a bad feeling, but I felt this like very heavy calling, like you are meant to inspire. And I had no idea what that meant. Okay. I had no idea what that meant, but it just kept like speaking to me. You are meant to inspire. And I said this in the vlog. I'm like, I don't know what this really means, but like something is telling me I need to inspire. I don't know how. And then later on, I mean, it's so funny how you see how God is just always working in your life, even if you don't even know it, even if you don't even know him, he's still working in your life. And like a few years later, I have a testimony that I'm able to share with people. And I'm like, okay, wow, look at how I'm able to inspire people because of the things that God brought me through and the things that I can share that God has done in my life. And I think that was a huge like turning point. Like, you're not going to give up now because God is calling you to inspire somehow, some way. God is calling you to do this. And I think that's why I've been able to still do what I do today, even though I don't have the best views. That's something like one of the hate comments I get all the time. Like, how is this girl still able to do YouTube? She barely gets any views. You know what? I don't know. God does it. God does it every time. I don't know how.
There's just so many things about what you just said that I love. And I love how you were just like, this is what God has called me to do, and this is what I'm doing. And I'm curious, y'all, in the comments, what do you feel like God has put on your heart to do? And if you don't believe in God, what is on your heart to do? Like, what is on your heart to do right now? And I want to know in the comments so we can kind of encourage each other to do that. I thank you so much for just sharing that. And I think the planner girl in me is a little bit geeky to know, how do you plan all the videos and like plan when you're editing them? Like what's your planning structure like around all of this?
Right. It's funny because I get comments or questions like that a lot. Like, how do you get inspired to make the videos, or how do you know what videos to film? I like take my planner, and I'm like a very big monthly planner. Even though I like weekly, I love my monthly page the most because I don't use it for anything else other than video uploads. And I have videos planned till March right now. Like, I'll just get ideas. I'm like, let me write this in, and it just like, it never ends. I don't know, that sounds probably weird, but like, I'm always getting different ideas, like Bible study videos I want to do, or makeup tutorials, because I still love makeup. I still love hair, and doing a lot of hair videos. And then occasionally, if something comes up with my dog Zoe, I'll make a video about her, because that was a surprising thing. Once we rescued Zoe, and she's handicapped. She's paralyzed from the waist down, so she's in a little wheelchair, and because she's paralyzed, she can't go to the bathroom by herself. So I kind of have to do it for her, and it's a little messy. But I made a video about that, and so many people were like, it was so helpful for them, because I had no idea, but there's a lot of people with dogs that have like some type of disability, or like they can't go to the bathroom on their own, and they just were really encouraged by that video. So occasionally I'll make videos about her too, and like I'm just always writing down. So like probably once we get into February, I'll already have like April videos filled out.
Oh, that's awesome. You use your monthly view for that.
Yeah. And I like keep it here. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Let me go to, where's the monthly? So I don't even do anything special. My upload schedule is Sunday, Tuesday, Fridays. So I just write videos under those days, just like that, and no stickers. I know, a little boring, but it works for me.
I love it. And you're like, this is what works and this is what I like. Okay, so since you're more functional, I want to talk a little bit about that, and then talk a little bit about like your decorative days, or how you still use stickers now. So if, as a functional planner, kind of what are your essentials that you use in just your day-to-day planning?
Like material wise? Where's my favorite pen? It's the Pilot G2. Where is it? I can't find it right now, but it's the Pilot G2 pen. That's my favorite. I think it's a 0.5 like size. So that's what I use. And back when I was like very decorative in my planner, it would be, oh man, I would just pull out all of my stickers, like Happy Planner stickers, Erin Condren stickers, all of the washi tape, Paper Panda stickers. I would just use all of them and just go all out. Or sometimes I'll like draw things. If I don't want to use stickers, I'll draw things and have like colored pencils with me. But lately right now for functional, it's just a G2 pen, Pilot G2. I forget what it's called.
And it's just pen and paper.
Just pen and paper.
Okay, I just need to sit on that for a second, because you don't understand how many of my friends and family just message me like, I can't plan. I don't got all the stickers, and I too much. I don't know how to draw and letter, and the sticker, they're always coming back to like, I don't got no stickers, and this is in my head how they sound, y'all. And I'm like, you don't need stickers and the washi and all this. Like, I do that because that is what I enjoy to do. You just need a pen and a planner. And here it is, y'all. Jack showed us her planner, and it's pen and paper, and it's working for you. So that's just my tidbit out there for my people who are always like, I can't plan, yada, yada, yada. I'm finding that there's so many different kinds of planners.
There is, yeah.
And so I'm very curious, Jack, what planners have you, like, what kind of planners have you noticed?
So, like brands, are you talking brands or like styles?
Styles of planners. What styles? Because I know you said you switched here and there. Kind of what styles of planning have you like come to realize over the years?
So when I first started getting into planner, which I think was around like 2013, 2014, that's the first time I saw the Erin Condren like vertical, and I've never seen a vertical before. I'm like, that's it. That's what I want. Like, and I was so set on the vertical. And then I saw an hourly, and I tried hourly. I'm like, okay, I kind of like this too. But my heart is with the vertical. I think that's my all-time favorite. And then I already knew about the horizontal. And then more recently, I saw daily planning. I'm like, that seems intense. I don't think I can keep up with that. But I saw daily planning. There's just so many different styles I can't keep up with. To be honest, I can't keep up with it.
There are a lot, and I'm totally about to head to these comments in a second. But yeah, it's like the vertical. There's horizontal. And then there's like the daily for people. I have tried to use a daily countless times, and it's just too much. I realize I'm a weekly and a monthly kind of person. That
same.
Just but I've also realized there's digital planners, y'all. There are people who just use a notebook and a pen, and they write out their to-do list each day. And then you have the
works.
Who are like artistic notebook people. And there's just so many different ways that we can plan, which I love. Okay.
I totally forgot about bullet journaling. I like dabbled in that too, but that's hard. People who bullet journal, I give you props. That's a lot of work.
Okay. I love the idea of bullet journaling. And every time I'm like, I'm gonna bullet journal. And then I'm like, that means I gotta create everything every single week and all the month. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that. I don't, like, my life's busy. Like, I think I can dedicate maybe an hour a week for me personally to planning. Everything else, anything longer than that, I just can't.
I remember I was with my boyfriend and looking for a bullet journal to use. And he's like, oh, this is a new planner. And I showed him the inside. I'm like, I'm going to make my own planner.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so we got some people who shared their heart with us, and I just want to like share what they said so we can just encourage them. We have, my heart is in an unconditional rehumanization right now. How do I help change systems through love? Yes. God has placed me here to teach. I've been teaching third grade for almost 20 years. I'm wondering if God is calling me to teach in a different way. Lots of praying happening. Lots of praying happening. Yes. Oh, okay. Sadie asked a question. I want to make sure we get to this. Sadie says, I've been watching your video in 2012. You radiate so much God-given peace. Do you have advice for the fear of the unknown when entering a new season of life?
Is it for you or for me?
That's for you, girl.
Oh. Have any advice for fear of the unknown when entering a new season of life? I think when things seem scary, like really the only answer is to lean into God. Like, because if I'm in moments like that, I don't know what else to do other than to lean into God and just pray and trust in Him, because God has a plan for you, and there's no doubt about that. God has a plan for you. So just trusting and knowing that He is going to lead you in the right area. I love like this little like doodle quote, like faith greater than fear. So just leaning in on your faith in God and just knowing that He's going to take care of you, because He's got a plan for you in your life.
Oh, I love that. And I echo everything Jack said. There's something that I had a mentor tell me, but one of my really good friends, Shonda, and I was just talking to her one day, and she said this, and she said, when I was just like, I just don't know what to do or what's happening, and COVID is just, we don't know. And she just reminded me, continue to do the thing that you know to do, until God tells you to do something else.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
That just spoke volumes to me of just like, when we don't know what to do because we don't know, continue to do what we already know until something else drops on our heart to do. I think sometimes we despise the things that are in front of us to do, and we just kind of gotta keep going at it. And so I really like that. So, and I just love that God has a plan for you. Mm-hmm. We have the planner community ruined me. I planned successfully with just pins since high school. I've sort of gone back to that, and that's where I'm happier. Yes. Yes. We have, I tried the hourly, but with 2 kids who have practice at the same time, and that overlap, it didn't work for me. It just seems so confining to me. I don't know. The hour. Yeah. Maybe it's too much structure. We have, which layout do you prefer? But which layout do you like better?
Forever a vertical planner. That's my favorite layout forever. Right now, I'm in the horizontal right now, but I'm just saying it probably won't stay like this forever.
Don't have time for an undated planner, much less setting up a whole spread of everything. Yep, with the whole bullet journal. Absolutely. Okay. Jack, I have a few more questions for you. Do you believe in planner peace? I know that's like a big question within the planner community of like, I found one planner and this is it.
I do believe in planner peace. I think you gotta maybe trial and error before you get there. But I do believe in planner peace, but I also believe that planner peace doesn't have to stay the same forever. So you may have peace right now in your planner, but who knows, maybe like in a couple months or a couple years, it may not be the same, and that's okay. You can like try things again before you find that planner peace again. So I do believe in it.
I love that. Okay, and so with 2021 being just the start of the year, and it's January, what goals have you set for this year, if you don't mind sharing? What are a few goals that you're working towards? And it's so I have someone say that what goals are for next year for yourself and for Sadie, me and we're on the same wavelength today.
So I did a video about like all of my New Year's resolutions. Some of them are like kind of some funny ones, which I'll share, and then more like serious ones. One of my New Year's resolutions is I've been drawing on my iPad for 3 years now. I want to make my very first sticker this year. That is like my New Year's resolution, to make my first sticker. Some of my like fun ones. I've been vegetarian for 8 years, so eat chicken for the first time was one of my, and I actually did. I had wings and things, and it was scary. It was crazy.
Okay, what was that like? You just can't say that you're a vegetarian for 8 years and then just say that you had some chicken. And I'm like, well, how does it taste? Like,
so when I decided to go vegetarian, it was actually very easy for me, because growing up, I never liked chicken, and I would always joke to like my parents, like when they would cook dinner, like, I'm vegetarian, I don't eat meat, but obviously I still ate it because I lived under their roof. But when I started living on my own, I was cooking chicken and like meats and stuff. I'm like, why am I doing, I don't even like this. Why am I cooking this for myself? So I easily went vegetarian. And then the past like few months, I've been talking to my boyfriend, like, I kind of wonder what like that tastes like again. I kind of want to taste it, like kind of miss it a little bit. Only chicken though, like nothing else, only chicken. And so we got wings and things, and like the flavor was, because I would have like vegan chicken. The flavor to me tastes exactly the same. It was just the texture, like, okay, so the texture of like vegan chicken is very like soft and like, I don't want to say mushy because that sounds gross, but mushy compared to like real chicken. It's very like stringy. Like when I tried it, I'm like, this is very, and I had wings and things. I don't know if you've had that, but it's like very tender, like soft chicken. And it felt like eating a steak to me. Like it was tough to eat. I was like, this is very chewy and very stringy to me. But I got that one checked off of my list already.
Yeah, perfect. One fall down.
Yeah. Another one of mine is to move. We've been in our current apartment for like a year and a half now, and I love it here, and it's been a huge blessing. But we have lots and lots of stairs here, and because Zoe's handicapped, I have to carry her up and down the stairs. And like if we're gonna go for a walk and I put her in her wheelchair, and I cannot carry her anymore down all those stairs. I think that's kind of where the mentality of like I'm weak, like I can't even pick her up, I'm weak. So I think that's kind of where it started, but we're gonna move soon and I can't wait for that. There's gonna be no stairs and we can go on our walks and I'll feel strong again. So it's gonna be good.
Okay, love it. I love it. We got moving. You tried chicken. Okay.
Mhm.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. My question for you is, what have you been learning about yourself?
Like in this past year, or what do you mean?
You can
Through
say,
planning?
yeah, within this past year, what have you been learning about yourself?
I think I've already known this about myself, but I'm such an overthinker. And in the past year, I had to start going to therapy because I think my negative thinking just kind of gets the best of me. And I found a Christian, which was like the best thing ever. And I think through that, I've just learned that like what I think or what I say to myself really does matter, because like what we store like in our hearts or in our minds comes out through our mouths or comes out through our actions. And so that's one thing I learned, is that I need to be careful of like what I'm saying to myself or what I'm thinking of myself. And also I think the biggest thing I learned this through therapy in the past year is that other people's problems do not have to be my problems. Like they are not mine to weigh me down or to burden me. If that's someone else's problem, that is their problem. And that has been like a mind-blowing thing to learn.
Oh my goodness. Listen, y'all, I think some of us needed to hear that. Other people's problems are not our problems. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I love that. I love that so, so much. Y'all, if you have any questions that you want to ask JaaackJack about YouTube, anything, planning, all the things, Instagram, I don't know, whatever, go ahead and put those in the comments right now. JaaackJack, what advice would you give someone new to planning?
New to planning, try all the things. That's probably the worst advice. Try all the things though. It may be expensive at first, but through that, you will find what you really, really love. Because I think when we first start planning, I'm totally guilty of this. We're following someone else's planning style because like, oh, it's so pretty. Like I see them on Instagram. I want to plan like them. So you're following that style when really it doesn't work for you. Like, or maybe it does, but most of the time it doesn't work for you because that's their planning style. So don't be afraid to try other things. Try all the things until you find what works for you.
Oh my goodness. I love that. She said, try all the things. I love that. Like, just kind of like, just do it. Try all the things.
Just do it. And then you can like narrow it down later on, but like go all out when you first start.
I love it. And kind of like, I'm curious, as a functional planner, has there been, I don't know, I follow both functional and decorative. I follow all different kinds of planners, but has there been any like planner people that have been influencing your planner style lately?
Oh my gosh, yes. There's so many. The first one that pops into my head is Planning with Bumble. I love her style so much. There's so many. I can't remember off the top of my head, but like I definitely get influenced. And there was, oh my gosh, this was 2019, 2020. Well, this was not too long ago, but like I was so inspired by all of the posts from other like planners on Instagram. And so I like set up my planner. It was like about to be a new year, a new planner. And I was setting it up and I went like all out. And when the year actually started, I didn't use any of like the charts and graphs and time track. I didn't use any of that. It just wasn't for me, but I was like copying everyone I saw and it just didn't work for me, to be honest.
I love that you're like, I tried this and this doesn't work, but I tried this and now this can work for me.
Try all the things or else you won't know if it works or if it doesn't work.
Oh, I love that. Okay. We have a couple questions. Planning It Simple says, any tips for growing your channel without killing yourself trying to pump out a ton of low quality content?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Growing your channel without killing yourself. Well, first tip is to just do what makes you happy, because then it won't feel as much of a burden, like always trying to make new videos. So make sure what you're creating, what you're doing actually makes you happy. And then just letting your personality shine. Honestly, that's like the biggest tip, because again, like there's only one you. So if you want to create videos to share with the world, let the world see who you are, and that'll grab people more. And also collabing helps too. If you find people that are like you, collab with someone who is like you, who you like, who you want to collab with, and that also helps.
Yes. Sadie had asked, oh, how did you know when you needed therapy? How did you find your therapist? I'm considering counseling.
So for me, I've always done therapy like in the past. I've struggled with depression and anxiety. And so I'm familiar with therapy because I've already done it in the past. But last year when I realized I needed it, I found myself not doing anything. I was laying in bed all day, laying on the couch all day. I couldn't do a single productive thing. And I was like, you know what? We probably should get back into therapy. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I had that moment of like kind of being so low that I knew I needed to go back. I'm really grateful for that, because therapy is so positive and encouraging for me. And the way that I found my therapist, because, you know, COVID has made times a little tough on the money. And so there is this website called Open Path Collective where you can find affordable therapy. This isn't sponsored, it sounds sponsored, but you can find affordable therapy on this website with a therapist in your area. You can find exactly what you're looking for. And for me, I was looking for a spiritual therapist, like a Christian therapist, and I found the perfect one. And I love my therapist so much. Like I just want to be best friends with her forever because I love her so much. So yeah, that's what I use, Open Path Collective. I've made a video about it on my channel, but that's how you find affordable therapy if that's something you're looking for.
Oh, I love that. And when you're done, can you give me the link for that? Because I'll put that in the show notes. I'm so used to listening to podcasts where they say show notes.
Show notes.
But in the description box below, y'all.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that would be a great resource. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay. So how do you collab? Just message someone you would like to collab with. This is a great question. I really like this.
That is great. I say, well, make connections, make friends. And then once you're making friends and you're like, you know, talking to them, it makes it easier. Like, hey, do you want to like film a video or collabing or something? So I think reaching out and making friendships is like the easiest way. Just sliding in their DMs or something, but like making friendships in that way is the best way to start.
Yes. Oh, that's so
like
good.
When I think back of all the collabs that I've ever done, it was someone that, you know, I was already talking to like through Instagram or something. Like we were chatting already. So like I felt like I knew this person. I liked this person. I would watch their content and like I liked what they were doing. So I was like, okay, I think we'd get along. So let's do this.
Yeah. That's great advice. Okay, you guys. Again, if you have questions, get them in. But I just want to talk a little bit about our giveaway happening tonight and how you can enter for the giveaway. Y'all, if you are watching live, you have the chance to win because it's gonna be live. But the new 2021 KRISSYANNE Designs Celebration Collection just released, and if you know nothing about it, it's a collaboration that Kristen does with Cindy from Llama Letters, where they come together and it's like a whole binder full of like stickers, and it's like
amazing.
Holiday you can think of is in here, from Donut Day to National Black Women's History Month. Every single thing is literally in here. And so I'm so excited. If you want to see the inside of it, I believe I put the video to this, me reviewing it, in the description box below, showing you what it looks like. But Kristen was so nice and decided to partner with me to give one away to one of the viewers here live tonight. And the way that you can enter is I want you to comment telling me one goal that you have for 2021. And that is going to be your entry. And then we're going to pick a random number at the end. And that is how we are going to pick our winner. But comment below in the, like right now live, and let us know, you guys, what is your one goal for 2021. I'm literally, I don't know if you can know, but I'm really excited about giving this away because it's literally one of my favorite like things, because if anyone's new to stickers and you're trying to figure out like the stickering stuff, like if you just got this binder in your planner, you'll be set for the year. And so yes, it's really awesome. And again, if you want more details about this binder, I'll put it, I just did a video for it today, so I put it in the box below. Okay, you have one more question before I get to my last question while everyone's putting in their goals for 2021. But someone has said, how do you market yourself as a lifestyle channel? I do a lot of different things, but can't seem to get viewers.
I think maybe, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but for me personally, I kind of categorize the things that I do so it's not so kind of sporadic. So I have beauty videos here, I have faith related videos here, I have planner videos here. So maybe kind of structuring, even though lifestyle can be anything, but kind of structuring that anything into something people know they can expect from you. Unless it's like daily vlogs, which I do daily vlogs. So literally that can be anything that happens in the day. But that's, I think daily vlogging is kind of different than like having a kind of lifestyle channel. I don't know, I consider that more professional channel where you're like sitting down making how-to videos or like showing people tutorials or whatever it may be. But I don't know, I hope that was helpful. But that for me, that was like what helped, having like kind of different categories of the type of lifestyle things that I do.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. And JaaackJack, I'm curious, based off this question, have there been any like YouTube resources that you really like that help you with learning more about YouTube and growing your channel and creating better like content and quality content?
I think for me, this probably isn't the most helpful tip, but early for me when I was like with the network and manager and everything, I would actually have meetings all the time, and they would basically kind of show me how to structure things or how to grow in different areas and like improve my quality and things like that. But for me, like besides that, if I was just like, I'm someone who is a hands-on learner, and a lot of the things that I learned from YouTube, like how to film or how to upload, I learned from just trying and playing around with stuff. And I think just kind of like, again, trial and error is just amazing. Like trying something, failing a little bit, trying again, and then succeeding. I think that's like the best takeaway. And like, there's tons of videos on YouTube. If you're like stuck on one single problem, you can easily YouTube search that and like, boom, you'll find a video that helps you. Occasionally I'll make videos, like if someone has a particular question, like, Jackie, how do you edit videos? I'll share like how I edit my videos, like to help them in certain areas like that. But again, YouTube is like a huge, huge resource that you can use.
Yes. And Chris, I'm going to add to what you just said. One thing that has helped me with learning more about YouTube is a channel called Think Media with Sean Cannell. He has a ton of resources when it comes to like just creating YouTube videos and marketing and literally like all the things and finding your niche within YouTube. He is that's one of my favorite channels to go to whenever I have anything that's related to like YouTube like questions. So that's a great resource. We have Stephanie says, love your vlogs, Jackie.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, I know. First off, how did your whole style aesthetic? Like, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's see what some of these goals that people have put in. Okay, we have 2021 goal from Stephanie is to save an emergency fund. Yes, Stephanie, yes.
That's a good one.
Goal. Planning my stretch goal this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yes, you got
this. You got this.
Okay, Productivity Muse says, update my work wardrobe. All right, yes.
I love that.
I love that goal. One Mommy Scrapping said, one goal I have for 2021 is to get my YouTube channel to 2,000 subscribers. You got this. You can do it.
You got this.
This is just going to be a hype session for y'all. Okay.
This is, yeah.
We got Karina says, one of my goals for this year is to pay off 3 of my credit cards. Yes.
Yes.
Pay them off.
That is
Yes,
awesome.
Katie. That's so fun. My goal is to pay off 25% of my student loans. You can do it. You can do it. One of the best things that me and my husband did was pay off his student loan the first year we were married. Like,
Nice.
it's hard work, but you can do it. I'm just saying you can do it. We have study plan sleep says one of my goals is to make 30,000 of loan payments to my college loans in 2020. Yes, you can do
That's awesome.
Y'all, these are some great goals. Like
These are amazing.
Financial freedom, like YouTube these are awesome. One goal for 2021 is to save intentionally for homeowner. Y'all are out some boss adulting moves, y'all. Yes. We have one goal 2021 to find the road to my purpose. Yes.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yes. Okay, we have Julie says 2021 goal is to lose 30 pounds. You got this, girl. You got
this.
Cassandra says my goal is to write in my journal every day. Journaling?
I love that.
I love that. It's life-changing. Okay, relationships that honor my internal worth and that of the people in my life. Yes.
That is amazing. That's a beautiful goal right there.
Y'all, yes. Come on, Jacqueline. My goal is to apply and to get into grad school.
Amazing.
I'm with you. I love all these goals too. Yes, these goals are great. Okay, we have one of my goals for 2021 is to find a therapist and stick with it. Yes. Y'all, these are so awesome. And then we got to finish my MBA that I started 10 years ago. Yes.
I love that. You got this.
You got this. Y'all, these goals are fantastic. Jackie, can you give me a number 1 through 30?
4.
4. Okay. 1, 2. Y'all, I'm literally going from the comments. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Stephanie Griff, you can learn anything on YouTube. And Stephanie Griff, you have just won yourself the 2021 Celebrations Collection Binder, friend. All I need to do is to message me on Instagram your name. Just message me on Instagram, and I'll tell you the information to send to me, but I'm just going to need your name and your address and email, and I will make sure you get your 2021 Celebrations Collection Binder. Congratulations, y'all. Y'all, congratulations for just participating and sharing your goals tonight. Jackie, is there any closing words that you want to leave us with tonight before we say goodbye?
Oh, man. If there's one thing, I just want to say, go after your dreams, chase after your goals, because you guys can get there. You're strong. We talked about that. You are strong. You can achieve these things. So don't give up. Keep going. Even if it seems hard, keep going.
Yes. And on that note, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time watching Planning Together, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on future guests, y'all. And next week, it's going to be, listen, y'all don't want to miss next week either. There might be another giveaway happening next week too. So I'm just saying, but I cannot wait to see you guys again next week. Thank you guys so much for showing up as always, and even just encouraging each other in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. Keep planning, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Bye.